This is the first thing they gave me. Monsters are fun, Dee. People have fun being scared so that they can run from it or conquer it. And literally, it was so interesting, you guys. They kept giving me pictures of a lot of my different films. And this particular one was Cujo. And I can't tell you in my travels how many people say things to me like, oh, wow, Dee, Cujo was such a ride. You know, no pun intended about the Pinto. But such a ride, and it really scared me. And their voices are all very excited and happy when they say that. And it's true. When you're little and there's monsters in the closet, not so much fun. As we get older, many of us go out of our way, whether it's a roller coaster or it's a monster movie, we go out of our way to handle it, or we go out of our way to search it out so we can handle it. So that's the first thing that they want you to know about the dark side, is many people inadvertently look at the dark side as fun. Kind of sick, I know. But I resonated with that. It's more fun to go into the drama, right, than consciously staying aware and creating what you want to know. So if there's money problems, the monster becomes the money problem, right? And instead of staying present and consciously creating what we want, we go into the drama, which is running away from the monster, instead of going, okay, well, I know I'm the director of my own energy, so I'm going to direct this energy. Okay, am I going on? The second thing they gave me. We love to do battle. I'm just going to refer to the dark side as the monster, okay? We love to do battle with the monster so we can be victorious and feel like God takes favor with me because I won. Because I went into battle and I won, now I am in God's favor because I was willing to risk my life and give myself up, right? Which, as you know, is the definition of a martyr. So I want to read you the definition that they directed me to. Hold on. One who is put to death or endures great suffering on behalf of any belief, principle, or cause. Let me read that one more time. One who is put to death or endures great suffering on behalf of any belief, principle, or cause. And that's where a lot of us are holding ourselves, guys, is in the martyrdom of struggle. And basically what the channel said was anytime you leave the God of you, that's the dark side. Anytime you fall out of consciously creating yourself, that's the dark side. And that's why so many of us are experiencing these huge swings right now of anxiety, and a lot of you are calling it depression, because we're very sensitive now, guys, to when we leave the God that we are. We're just really sensitive. And so when we drop out of conscious creation, we experience this anxiety and this depression. Okay, so moving on. We love to do battle with the monster so we can be victorious and feel like God takes favor with me because I won. Then we can be the heroes, and others who didn't come to the battle are the monsters. and they gave me a picture of the howling. Because then we can, quote unquote, transform then into God-fearing people. Now, follow this. Don't be doing anything else because you're going to really have to concentrate to follow this. We transform ourselves then into God-fearing people because we feared the monster. Whether you call it the devil, the apparition, the bad person, the poor judgment, the illegal activity, whatever you are looking at as the dark side, we can call ourselves God-fearing people because we feared the monster so much that from our fear of God that we now can be accepted into the kingdom for fighting the good fight and being God-fearing. And, of course, most of this is religion-based. There's also, however, the genetic divine right destiny belief that I am the I am that I must be afraid of. I am the monster that I have to fix. I am the monster that I have to run away from. Now, our highest divine right destiny is to know we're God. But the belief that has been passed down to us genetically is I'm the God that I must be afraid of. I am the God that I must fear. And therefore, please follow this, I must do constant battle with myself to win over myself, the biggest monster of all. So, if we are literally in battle with the God that we are, and we have to be God-fearing, which means we fear the God that we are in order to get to the light, then we're caught in the paradox, guys. And the paradox is, I have to live in the dark side in order to be the light. And that's the battle most of us are in right now, is can we give up anything and everything about us that has to do with the dark side and just create us as the God of light? Okay, moving on. This keeps us in the cycle of fighting the good fight that we can't win because we are fighting ourselves. And at that point, they took me to Dr. Zeus, Oh, the Places You'll Go. And the whole book, if you haven't ever read the book, I strongly suggest that you pick it up, because the whole book is about us fighting ourselves. And it goes into, oh, you'll go into all these dark places. I mean, it is the representation in children's form, which is really written for adults, about what we're talking about tonight. And you'll go into all these dark places that you'll try to win, but you can't win because you're playing against you. Now, we know from the shift call that from now until December 12th, it's going to be pretty damn intense, guys. Pretty darn intense. Moving through this, I'm not going to fight me anymore. I'm going to accept me as the God of divine love that I am. Now remember, you can be the God of anything. You can be the God of struggle. You can be the God that believes it has to conquer the dark side. Or you can just choose to be the God that knows that it is light and that all of creation is easy, effortless, and joyful. And at this point, around what we've talked about so far, They are asking me to read the new statement. I am committed to one happy, prosperous, healthy whole. And that makes me happy. And it's easy, simple, quiet, and complete, now and consistently. And so it is. And that is the power of that statement, that there is no dark side. I am committed to one happy, prosperous, healthy whole. And that makes me happy. I don't have to go to the dark side in order to win over myself anymore.
Thank you for listening to this sample from one of Dee Wallace's enlightening webinars. If you liked what you heard and would like to listen to the complete webinar, click the link in the description below. This is but a small sampling of the many awesome downloads, archived shows, enlightening webinars, and amazing free offerings available at www.imdwallace.com.